here to your newest edition of AD and DT. Athletics Director Bob Beretta here of LeMoyne College, myself, Dan Tortora, aka DT, here with you bi-monthly every first and third Wednesday during Dolphin time at 9 a.m. Eastern time, exclusively on WakeUpCall with Dan Tortora. You have the opportunity to sit in with Bob Beretta, the leader of this athletic department, and to learn about a bunch of different pieces we'll carry throughout the year. And the beauty of this, because we meet so much, is that there's always initiatives and different things that are changing and evolving, and it allows us an opportunity to keep not only LeMoyne top of mind, but to let people know exactly what's happening here, how they can get involved, and what they can do to make it better. Because those of you that are watching, some of you may be future Dolphins, some of you are Dolphin alumni, some of you are here with the Dolphins going to school and being a student athlete right now, and obviously the families all over the world, we appreciate you. So to the past, present, and future Dolphins, welcome to AD and DT. And with that, today is all about marketing initiatives. Bob, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Dan. Thanks for having me.
And I kind of just want to open, of course, I want to open up to really the broad scope of what some of these marketing initiatives are as we are here in later October. And mind you, that we're here on October 20th, and it's the day before my birthday.
The day before you. So, happy birthday, Dan.
Thank you.
Good. I need to give you a fins up and say happy birthday.
I appreciate that.
I appreciate the opportunity to talk about a little bit about our initiatives. Everything that we do is externally right now, Dan, is through the prism of trying to elevate the profile of this institution in our athletic department. And we just announced a great partnership with Fox Radio here just last week about putting our basketball games back on commercial radio for the first time in at least 10 years, and maybe for the first time ever on the women's side.
Yeah.
We're going to put a full schedule of men's and women's basketball games on commercial radio, and I thought that was very important to help try to raise the profile of not only our basketball programs and not only our athletic program, but really for the institution, because we'll have a 4-hour window that'll be an infomercial for us to talk about the great initiatives here at LeMoyne. We'll be able to put our president on the air and talk about her priorities and her plans and her agenda and all folks like that. So in everything that we do, we're looking at trying to elevate, right? We've overhauled our athletic communications and our social media platforms and tried to become very more intentional and very more targeted and strategic in what we do there in terms of messaging. We've been very creative. We brought a student staff together because we know that students are speaking to students and prospective students and Dolphins to future Dolphins. Yeah. So we thought if we could tap into some of that resource and the talent here on campus, that'll help us speak that same language of 9th and 10th year old high school students that are considering LeMoyne College. So we've been very intentional, very strategic in all of our initiatives. The latest with radio is very important to me. I think it speaks to our level of commitment for not only those two programs, but the athletic department as a whole, and really where we fit into the mission of LeMoyne College. I feel like athletics is a very important piece of our overall mission here. It provides that front porch, that window through which the world sees the school, and we can use athletics as a tremendous platform to do that.
Are the students helping you with social media? Have they taught you about different Instagram, how to take pictures and whatnot? Are you learning social media?
Well, I'm pretty good on social media.
I know you're very good on your social media.
We're going to launch in the near future, and I'm not very good on is TikTok.
I was going to ask you about your. Yeah, I was going to ask you.
We don't have one. We just recently launched one as an institution, and I just spoke to our creative team of students last week and talked to them about potentially launching a TikTok site here by the end of October or early November. So that'll be something to look out for here soon. And again, I'm a novice to that. I will learn fast, but I'm going to leave that in the hands of our students, and we'll police that, and we'll make sure we provide structure and guidelines. But again, I feel like it's a very creative way to go out and reach that marketplace, right? To amplify our message, also to highlight the achievements of our student athletes, and then to elevate the profile of this institution and talk about our mission, talk about our value set, and really speak to not only our alums that may want to have a deeper, meaningful relationship with the athletic department, but those prospective Dolphins, those future Dolphins.
Yeah, you know, and it's constantly evolving. I mean, I remember when I was in college, Facebook had just come out, and you could only talk to the 200 people from my university that were on there as well. And then one day somebody reached out to me from elementary school, from Our Lady of Pompeii here in the community, and I was like, how did they even know I was here? And now it's worldwide, and then with Twitter and Instagram and TikTok, and obviously YouTube has held its own for a long time. There's so many different ways to reach out to people, and I find that if you dive in, which is very fitting for a Dolphin,
That's correct.
even just a little bit, to have some type of a presence, and like you said, to make sure you police it, to have a central message. What is that message? And Bob, I have to credit you, because from the moment I've met you, you have challenged me to create even a better structure within myself, within my message, within what I want, because I feel that, and I hope the coaches and the student athletes and people around campus and the community feel this as well. I feel that you up the ante here at LeMoyne, and by you kind of pushing the resume here, it's challenged me to be better, and I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Dan. I think we take great pride in continually trying to improve, continually trying to elevate the brand. In terms of our standard, we want to set high standards, and we want to live by those standards, and we have to be accountable to those standards. So in the Jesuit faith, we talk about carefrontations instead of confrontations, and so but it's very important. It was very important at West Point that we establish a standard and we hold each other accountable to that standard. And I think if you continually strive to do better, and you maintain that standard, that expectation of excellence, we talk about comprehensive excellence. We want to provide an extraordinary experience to our student athletes, and we want to pursue and support their pursuit of comprehensive excellence in all areas, academically, socially, and certainly athletically. Then we feel like we're going to put together a product we're all going to be very proud of. And I do feel that it's about setting that consistency, right? We can't be sometimes great, but not consistently good. I talk to our staff about that all the time. We need to be consistently excellent and occasionally great. And that's the standard that we expect of ourselves, we expect of our coaches, and we expect of our student athletes.
And I love that you want to have that consistent excellence, not that occasional greatness, because they said it before, every squirrel gets a nut, right? That you could be not to your potential over and over and over again, and then have like a really good day. And you think about it with any relationship in life, be it a friendship, be it business, romance, literally anything, that consistency in a positive way is what keeps people around in your life. Anybody can 3 days out of the year do their best, but it's the people that on the 362nd day of a long year and through adversity say, you know what, for 362, 363, 364, 365, I'm bringing it. And guess what? The next day is the next year, and I'm starting back at one that year, and I'm going to bring it that day too. It says a lot about the character of a human being when your desire to be great is a daily thing, and it's part of your daily life, where I'm a person that believes that if your baseline is to be great, your baseline is to be yourself, your baseline is to love yourself and love others and treat others as you would treat yourself. If that's your base, then you're already starting at the top of a mountain, in my opinion.
I could not agree more. I think with consistency comes credibility, quite honestly. People can count on you. You want to be reliable. And if you're consistently at that great level, then people can assume from day to day, they know what to expect. They know that we're going to deliver a high-quality product, whether that be administratively, through our coaching, through our student athletes' performance, and then certainly you're never going to be perfect on the athletic field. It's hard to be great every day on the field, but that's our expectation. We're going to strive for greatness, and if we don't reach or attain that level that one day, or we know that that's our mindset, right? And we know how to deal with that, but we're going to set our sights very, very high, and we're going to hold each other to those standards, because quite honestly, that is what this institution deserves, and that's what our leadership expects. That's what our alumni have come to expect, and it's our, I believe it's our great responsibility to deliver on that.
So the marketing initiative, going back to being on the radio and making sure that you have live broadcasts of the men's and women's basketball games, I know that's near and dear to my heart from what I work to do at my alma mater. and how I pushed that I didn't want to just have basketball on. I wanted men's and women's basketball. I wanted them to be treated equally. A lot of the time it was double headers, so I wanted to have them both there. For you to have this and to have a message, and I know I get to be a part of this, which I'm very thankful for, to you and LeMoyne, that we all get to spread our message on these broadcasts. We all get to spread a very positive, very forward-thinking, fins-up directive approach, which I'm looking forward to, that somebody listening to a game is going to know about you, know about Linda Lemura, the president here. I know about what we're doing through our Multimedia Marketing Partnership. And win, lose, or draw, we'll get to know Mary Grimes, Nate Champion, and the team. I think it's a beautiful thing to establish really the mentality, and this is how I live, that if you want people to take you seriously, then you need to act seriously and put yourself out there. If you want people to know who you are, then you have to be willing to put the spotlight on. And if no one's putting a spotlight on you, then you have to get that light, buy it, turn it on, and direct it in your direction.
100%. And that's really kind of how we're approaching this. You know, the media market, it's tight all over, and there are many competing ventures for print space, for television news coverage, but we can use our resources and we can try to amplify our message through the platforms that we control. And we can align ourselves with great people like yourself, where we felt like this was a tremendous partnership for us because we're like-minded, both you and I individually, but I know your value set aligns perfectly with LeMoyne College and the Jesuit faith and the Catholic faith and our Jesuit roots. So we want to surround ourselves with like-minded people, people of high character, and people that we can trust that they're going to help amplify our message, because we feel like our message is the right message. We feel like what the college produces in terms of our graduates that go out and become tremendous leaders in all sectors of society, those are stories worth telling, and we wanted to partner with people that agree and align with those goals. And we're going to look for every opportunity to do that with the mindset of, once again, elevating the profile of this phenomenal institution and this outstanding athletic department.
Yeah, and you know, and knowing that these marketing initiatives that are something that are challenging you now, and building that baseline, building that starting at the top of the mountain, and then saying, okay, we're going to go do this and take this here. But I love that, you know, I love just the name of what we get to do in the Multimedia Marketing Partnership. To say multimedia, it's a bunch of different forms through what we do in Dan Tortora Broadcast Media. And then marketing, that we're using various forms of ways to get out to people's eyes and ears and their hearts and minds. And at the same time, the marketing side of it, of saying, yes, we're talking to you about LeMoyne, but doing it in such a way where it is, it's a community kind of open arms saying, this is who they are, this is what they're about. And I just love the fact that I get to tell these stories. You know, I have been consistently moved by each individual story, and I love it. You know, I mean, you and I clicked immediately, and then talking with some of the student athletes and seeing, you know, and the coaches, and seeing the support, seeing the response, seeing how, you know, seeing how they go about their lives and what they do, and then having to kind of pinch myself and say, this person's 21 years old. Yeah. You know, there's so much here. There's, you know, they say to find a diamond in the rough. This is almost like finding a bunch of diamonds and where is the rough. And I love that about LeMoyne, that I feel that the more I kind of excavate and kind of dust some things off, I'm just finding another diamond.
Yeah, it really is. And I think a line that President Lemura uses all the time is, she refers to LeMoyne as our Jesuit gem, and I think that describes LeMoyne perfectly.
Yeah.
It encapsulates the Jesuit nature of our institution, and it's a gem. It's just this stone. It's this beautiful, valuable treasure that we need to try to get the word out, and we appreciate the partnership with Dan Tortora Broadcast and your company, Dan, to help us get that message out, because I really feel like it's one of the best kept secrets in the entire state of New York, maybe the entire country, but certainly we want to make more of an impact if we can right in our community, and I think that partnerships like ours, this new partnership with the Fox Radio team, when we're able to get out to the community and go and interact with business owners, whether that's an on-site broadcast or having some of our student athletes come out and pay a visit, we're happy to do that, because we want to be impactful in the community. We feel like we're in this together.
Yeah.
And we feel like we can be a valuable contributor to this community right now. We don't have to wait until our students graduate to make an impact. We want to make an impact while they're here on campus at the Heights.
And it's so much fun. I think, not to speak for you, but I feel that you and I hold this where we're adults, yet I get so excited, and I feel like you share that we're both kind of like big kids saying, well, we could do this and we could do this. And, where some people might say, well, that's too much work, or I got to, you and I are, once we complete something and something goes and we're like, okay, we love doing that, we'll give ourselves something else to do, not because we find it as work, but because we find it as an opportunity to help someone. And if you can reach out to but one person and change a life in a positive way, make somebody think of something, and, Jim Valvano said, if you think, laugh, and cry every day, then you've had one hell of a day. And I think for Bob and I, our marketing initiative is, sometimes it's a tweet, sometimes it's a text to each other or to somebody else. No matter how big or small you think it is, everything can be an initiative if used in the right way. And when you target your message to always be clear and be consistent, there's something beautiful about what we can do. I mean, I don't know how it is for you, but for me, we started this partnership officially on September 1st of 2021, and I feel like I've been here for a year. I feel like this has just become part of my life and part of the fabric of what I do, and now it's extremely important and very personal to me that it runs through my veins, that I want people to know what LeMoyne is all about and to give LeMoyne a chance.
And that's a very similar field that when I started researching this position and I came to LeMoyne, I found there to be great passion about this institution. And that was almost 2 years ago now when I began the research. And it didn't matter if I was talking to a student athlete, a staff member, an alum, there's just great passion. And it all stems back to the message. It all stems back to the value system that's inculcated here. People believe in the mission. They feel good about going into the community, making a difference, making great friendships and relationships, partnerships like this, where we feel like we can lock arms and move our mission forward. But really, our mission is the mission for the community. It's not just, oh, well, we're trying to advance LeMoyne. Well, LeMoyne's mission is to try to be impactful within the community. So when we talk about trying to advance the LeMoyne mission, we're talking about the greater good, society as a whole. And it's hard to argue with that. And I think that's why people are so passionate about this institution, because they know what this place stands for, and they know that our ultimate agenda is betterment of society.
That coming from Bob Beretta, AD and DT, Athletics Director Bob Beretta of LeMoyne College, myself, Dan Tortora, obviously DT here of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora in our partnership, and knowing that AD and DT that you're watching right now, every first and third Wednesday of each month, coming to you right here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and that second and fourth Wednesday Dolphin Dive, where we get to tell stories of student athletes, coaches, and other people here on the LeMoyne College campus. And I think you said it best, and if I can go a little bit further with this, is that dolphins are better when they swim together.
Don't let dolphins swim alone, especially at 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. It's dolphin time. So, we lock arms, or we lock beaks as dolphins, or fins, but it's always together. We're always united, and we're always united with the same mission to make the world a little better today than it was yesterday.
Absolutely. So hopefully, however, wherever, whenever, we can help you have a better day today, and we appreciate you watching and listening. As always, Bob, fins up.
Fins up, Dan. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it.